Hi, it's Mark here. We're going to have a look at a garden focal point. This is the end result that you're looking at here, and we'll just talk about how to bring the focus. This is just outside a door, a big glass door, so when you're inside the room you can look out and it gives you something really pretty to look at with the panel and the pot plants and all of the bright colours. And this is actually an edible planting, so everything you can see is edible. So sit back, enjoy, and we'll go through in a lot more detail and show you how it's done and where bits and pieces came from. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. So we're going to do some gardening here. We've got a nice purchased pot like you've got here, and drainage is really important in these guys. We've just put a lime tree in, and we actually had to enlarge the hole. One of these had a good hole in it, the other one didn't, so we had to knock out a little bit of the bottom so there was a good hole still. And then we've come across these in the hardware store, and they are this beautiful yellow tubs. They've got drinks cooler written on them, but we're going to plant our herbs into these. Now, being a drinks cooler, they're supposed to hold ice and things like that, so there's no holes, but we're just simply getting a hammer and a nail and knocking some holes in. And here's one that we started on earlier. So as you can see, we've got 5 of the holes knocked, and we see the tools that we're using. Just a hammer and a nail. Not difficult at all. Okay, can you just knock the last hole for us so we can see it? That's it. There we go, and there's the holes in the base, and that will now drain out beautifully and grow some wonderful herbs. We're really looking forward to see how those look. We're going to do the second one now. What I didn't mention the first time is that sitting this on stones or gravel or on a lawn or pile of cardboard if you need to means you can just nail straight through. If it's on concrete or something like that, then it won't work. So just sit it down on some stones or gravel or grass, and then you can just nail straight through. So to give you a before and after, we've had a very barren brick wall here. We have an olive tree in a pot that's going to be poured into the system. And the new parts we've purchased are these 2 pots and lime trees. And they're sort of on the outside edge. And then the yellow drinks containers that you saw are going to be outside of those, planted out with herbs, pots. You can see here, what herbs have we got going in here?
Got cherry tomatoes to here. This is a chocolate mint. We've got cucumber, strawberry, basil, and a well-eaten basil. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Are they all going in the one pot, or is that going in both?
All in the one pot.
All in the one pot. It'll be very fruitful. And how about, you explain about the sun in this position?
Very sunny position. Get sun most of the day, and that's what you want for, particularly for your citrus and for your herbs. They've got a little bit of shade because of the citrus, so that's good, but you want a lot of sun.
Great. So here's the barren wall, and up on this wall are going to be these Merbau panels. One of them's got a section cut out the top just to change it up a little bit, and the other one there, but they'll be mounted up on that panel and over the fence to create a bit of a thing to look at and a central focus out here, and change a big boring fence and a brick wall to bring some real touch of green and focus.
The strawberry here, I've planted the cucumber because cucumbers tend to grow horizontal and it can flow over the side. Same with the strawberry. And I've also planted the basil. Basil is a really good friend to tomatoes. They're great to eat together, but also in planting together it helps get rid of some of the bugs. It stops the bugs from getting at either plants. They're a good pairing. So here's the strawberry. We're just teasing the bottom, of course, and then we'll plant it in, putting the biggest leaves towards the outside edge. so.
That's looking great. And there's just one more to go on that side, and then we'll water it all in. Another potting idea, we're going to put some herbs into here. This is an old magazine rack, actually one that I made at school a very long time ago, and we just lined it with plastic. Going to repurpose it, and we're going to pot it out with some herbs.
Yeah, these have just been literally cut off. So this is rosemary. It's literally just been cut off, and so there's strikings, and we're just popping them in here. We've used dynamic lifter, and just putting them in. Also have sage here, and same deal. We've just taken a striking and put it into here. We'll give them some water, and hopefully they will flourish.
And to make this one into a pot, all we'll do once we're finished and got the soil level is run a knife around that top edge to trim all that excess plastic off, and then the soil will hold it in place. And then put some little slits down the bottom so the water can get out, so that it doesn't become a big bucket. And then with adequate drainage, it'll be a wonderful, really cute little place to grow the herbs. So here's the next stage of this project. We've got these panels, and we've stained them, and then put them up. Now this is a rental situation here, which a lot of cases people will be in. So these panels, there's two of them, and they are both held up just with a screw each. The screw goes through to either a railing, that's the actual framing supporting behind. You can't just screw into the paling of the fence. The paling is this board here. But you see, if you look up here where your nails go in, that's indicating that there's a rail running across here, and also in the middle here. So you can screw into here, and there's going to be a rail running right along where those nails are. So you see here, that's where we put the screw. So we're not just screwing into the paling, but we're screwing into the railing. So the frame on the back of the fence is the rail. And that one's actually a little bit higher. That's into the post. So we found out where the post was. So you can either screw into the post or the rail, and then that's nice and strong, and it's not going to go anywhere at all. If it was our own home here, then we could put a few extra screws in to hold it a bit tighter, but this is a rental, so we're just going to put 2 holes in the fence. And this is the finished job. And it's just a central point. We have a door here. This is the main living area of our house, so when we look out, instead of just a brick wall and a horrible join that was there, and then the fence, we have this, which really catches and centers your eye. The pots bring you all to the center, which makes it really pretty. There will be some more, maybe some creepers and different things, and maybe we'll add to this video a little bit later on so you can see where it ends up. But those plants have been in for probably about a week now, so there's probably even a little bit of growth on those, certainly on the herbs. They're doing well. And over here we've got some flowers coming. There's a strawberry flower that's come up, and this is a capsicum, I believe. What have we got? No, it's a cucumber. There's a cucumber. You can see there's a flower coming on that as well. Well, lots of them actually. Lots and lots of flowers. So we'll be getting fruit there before we know it, and the tomatoes are even flowering as well. So they're enjoying it. They're getting lots of sun here, and getting lots of water, and they're looking the part. So there it is, the finished product. We've also added a little bit above the fence because the next door neighbour windows are right there, so it just gives it a little bit of extra privacy, and it just helps with the lines too to break it up, so that that now is a central focus and looks good. So there it is. Put in the comments what you think. If you've got any other ideas about what you would add, maybe things you would hang off that frame or anything like that, then feel free to put that in the comments. It's a Jarrah frame with just clear lacquer on it, so all that natural timber look is just coming through when you see that. So it really does look very good. Okay, hope you enjoy and inspired. Have a go and get something like that up for yourself.